heart may be aging you faster than you think. In a new study, the Journal of American Medical Association introduced a heart age calculator. It calculates how factors like blood pressure, cholesterol, and lifestyle age the heart. The study found, on average, men have hearts that are 7 years older than their actual age, and women had hearts 4 years older than their actual age. Dr. Jason Hopper with Norton Heart and Vascular Institute says knowing your numbers is one key to heart health. He discusses that and some steps to help keep your heart at its age or younger in today's medical news.
Knowledge can be power, and sometimes you're not aware of the risk that may be there. I think the more that you can empower people to just be aware of their risk factors, there can be risks present that people may not know about, and the more information that you can have, know your numbers, know your risk, can really help set folks up for success and prevent problems, prevent ever having to see someone like us. There's lots of risk assessments out there. I think, like the calculator that we're putting out to help be aware of their risk in terms of measures that you can have to help reduce your risk. I like to think of the AHA's Essential 8. They're measures that we can have just to help reduce future cardiovascular risk. And they're just ways for us to try to conceptualize the differences between someone's actual chronological age, but maybe the risk age that we think about their heart, the biological age, if you will. Just a way for us to say that, though you may be 40 or 50, kind of your heart is that risk of someone that's 70 or 80. I think information is always helpful for us, and it's just a way for us to kind of put in perspective risk factors that may not make sense in isolation, but kind of collating them together can kind of help us see like where you're at, where your heart age is at, and what we can do to help intervene on that. I think it's always good to be informed and know your risk. Pay attention to your own risk factors, your family history, and things that we can do just to help prevent problems in the future. There's ways for us to kind of think about, how can we intervene, how can we make changes to our lifestyle, our habits to help prevent problems in the future. Things like healthy exercise, good sleep habits, knowing your blood pressure numbers, knowing your cholesterol values, and just being active, focusing on healthy sleep, and things like that. It's never too late to get started. There's always benefit to be had. We can't go back and change things, and there's risk factors we can't modify, but there are things that we can do to help improve future risk, and it's never too late to start, and never too early to be aware of your risk too.
Some good advice there. If you want to find out if your heart is aging like it should, there is a heart health risk assessment quiz you can take at nortonhealthcare.com.